Oh my God.
Masters and None, episode
47.
47. Episode 47.
Episode 47, man. And it's goddamn, today's a lot of different kind of days.
A lot of shit. First things first, it's birthdays Justin today. It's Justin's birthday today.
Yes.
Everybody give it up for Justin. Happy birthday.
Wish we had some applause.
There's probably an applause in there. I just don't know which one it is, so I don't want to click it.
Yeah. So it's happy birthday to me. Thank you.
Happy
man.
birthday,
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's nothing I'd rather be doing, man, to be honest with you.
That's good to hear.
You know, this is something right here that means a lot to me, man, and this is the way that I would love to be spending my time.
So we're celebrating your birthday on the podcast.
We're celebrating it on the podcast, man, live.
Go ahead.
How we doing?
No, what I was going to say, not only is it your birthday, but it's also our 1 year anniversary episode.
It is our 1 year anniversary episode. To the day would have been the 9th, but still, October 11th is a day, 2 days after, and we're celebrating, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, man.
Crazy. 1 year ago today, we started this.
1 year ago, man. A whole year. So, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We really do appreciate you guys. Everybody that comes on, everybody that supports, everybody that that has really anything to do with what we do here.
Facts.
We appreciate you guys, especially the people that know the work we put in, and it's really something that we love doing. So,
what's crazy is that when you look at least when I look at the older videos and looking at this video, like today, if you were to watch the first episode and then come back to this episode, you would be like, damn.
Yeah, it's the evolution of the straight up process of producing this thing. It's a learning experience, it's a ride, it's a journey, to be honest, man. It really is a journey. I would say we're like purple belts at the podcast game at this point.
Damn, that's a pretty big deal.
I feel like or I'm at least like a 3-stripe blue belt. That's how I feel. 4-stripe blue belt, where we win one more tournament. If we place in one more tournament, whether that be first, second, third, doesn't matter. Dead ass, we're purple belts at this podcast shit. That's how I feel. I need one more win by submission, and
we'll get our purple belts. We got this bottle that Ray Figgis gave us on the first time he graced us with his presence, and we said we were going to crack it. When did we say we were going to crack it at?
We said it was one or the other, whichever came first. We said a year or 100 subscribers.
Or 100 subs. And guess where we're at?
We're about halfway to that second goal, but we're going to go ahead and go with the 1 year.
With the 1 year. So we are going to crack that bottle.
At some point, you guys got to stick around for us to crack it. I'm going to let Berto crack this one. We're going to see him work his way through this thing and work this out. And then
you don't think I got what it takes? I want you to know I've been on many boats and opened many bottles of champagne.
See, I actually was hiding behind offering it to you because I have no fucking idea what to do with that shit.
No, funny enough, I was just at a wedding the other day, and you go to like Latino weddings, you get there and they put you to work immediately.
Bro, immediately you're working, son. You're helping, you're moving people, you're carrying chairs.
I try to get there late so I didn't have to do anything. And I get there late, and guess what? Shocker, they're late.
They're late. They're later than you.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, good, you got here early to help. Thanks so much. And you're like, actually, I'm on time.
They said open every bottle of champagne. Mm-hmm. Dude, I opened 35 bottles of champagne. It was crazy. And I got bad hands, bro.
Yeah. You don't have
I can't, dude.
Dude, you're a computer guy at carpal tunnel.
My hand was on fire at the end of it, bro.
I believe it, bro.
Crazy. Dude, we got so much shit to talk about. I kind of want to just jump right into it. What do you think?
We'll jump in just because today's a lot of days. It's at this point, America's getting pretty over the top with holidays and just calling everything a holiday. We're going. You have National Taco Day, National Food Truck Day, National Bring Your Dog to Work Day. But so with that being said, there's a few things stacked on top of each other today, but the majority of them are actually important.
In addition to it being your birthday,
it is also.
In addition to that, we're also at our 1 year podcast.
Correct.
In addition to that, or furthermore, or however, whatever word you want to use, it's also, what is it?
It's
Indigenous Day?
Indigenous People Day.
Indigenous People Day, excuse me.
Which, or, for the Prince fans out there, it's the holiday formerly known as Columbus Day.
Yeah. You know what's fucking funny?
What's that?
So I was working last week, and somebody goes, we don't have off Monday. And I was like, why would we have off Monday? And they were like, it's Columbus Day. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, we don't have that day. Because I'm pretty sure we traded it for another holiday. I'm not going to get into it. But we got another holiday, and we gave up that holiday. That's how I believe we got that
Yeah,
day.
we did. I think we traded it. I think we got Martin Luther King Day, I think, is a national holiday now.
Yeah.
So like a day off.
So so whatever goes by, and then we're talking about, me and you are sending each other stuff back from today about what we're going to talk about, and I see like Indigenous People Day, or we were on the phone together, and you were like, oh, today's National Indigenous People Day, and I was like, oh shit, it's Columbus Day, it's National Indigenous People Day. Like, I had no idea that they had replaced Columbus Day.
Yeah, it was a trade move.
How long, does this been going on for a while?
That's a few years. It's around the time where like they, people were like up in arms about the Redskins and up in arms about like the Braves, and like like it was around like that time.
Who are those people?
Yeah, it was like the funny thing is, these are always people that are not the people they're defending, which is hilarious.
That's how we got Latinx.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, Spanish people were like, I mean, shit, we didn't even ask for this month and shit, but shit, I'll take it.
Take
it. It's like, all right, thanks guys, I appreciate it. We'll hold that month, and because it's still Latino Heritage Month.
Currently
Hispanic Heritage Month. Yeah, it goes from September 15th to October 15th.
Yeah.
So it's a nice little half and half month, because nobody ever really knows where the Hispanics fit in. Yeah, so they kind of ride that line.
It's good for some of us. It's like me and you, we got that almost for free, Mexico had to give up like Arizona, most of California, Texas. They had to give up all that shit to get this month, so...
Yeah. Oh, what? They used to like...
It used to be all Mexico back
Oh, shit. I don't fucking know. Listen, bro, you can't pull geography and like history out on me. I'm the worst. You could tell me anything.
I was listening.
You could tell me anything, and I believe it.
I was watching a thing the other day about this guy who like lives in somewhere in Arizona. Let's just say somewhere near Mexico, right? I'm pretty sure it's Arizona. And he was like, yo, I'm Mexican. He goes, but my family's like from here when this was Mexico. He was like, I'm from here, which is like a crazy thought, because when you think of like Native Americans, like they're a little further removed than like Mexico would be. Like they're still around. There's not as many Native Americans around. What you got going on over there?
Correct. I was trying to just get the backup on there.
Oh, yeah.
But it gave me some weird message.
Yeah.
All right.
I got to fix that.
But yeah, see, I had no idea about that shit with Mexico, so... I'll let you.
Well, a lot of stuff was always another country. Rome back in the day had like most of Europe, like, and some of Africa too. They had like literally most of Europe, like all of the West was all like the Roman Empire. It was crazy. They had this huge territory.
Damn, son, that concerns me when something like that falls, and then you got like other countries like. America kind of flexing and shit. Like,
dude, but
Rome.
They were interesting the way like they the amount of people they had, and like their Coliseum was like a stadium.
Yeah, bro.
They built that shit out of marble, bro.
That's fucking.
They built that shit out of rock.
Yeah, shit. That's I got to make my way there. I know you've been there. You worldly motherfucker.
Many years ago, yeah.
You fucking worldly motherfucker.
If I went back to Italy, I wouldn't go to Rome, though. I would go to somewhere else.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I heard Venice is like not as nice as everybody thinks. People tell me it's like significantly polluted and shit.
I want to go to Sicily, I want to go where the brothers is at. Because they say that's where the dark-skinned Italians are at, right? I'm trying to go where I fit in.
Trying to go where the party at and shit?
Yeah, I'm trying to go to Sicily. I don't care what no one got to say.
You trying to find
Sicily.
some cousins?
Yeah, I'm trying to go, hey, what's up, baby?
Yo, primo! That's what you got to do, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the poppin' places are, but I know there's definitely poppin' places. Like not that I'm over going to like capitals, but like now I'm just aware that there's like poppin' areas in countries that like aren't in the capital that are you'll probably have way more fun than being in the capital.
That's typically the way it goes. I mean, think about it. Think about any, a lot of even capitals of states in America.
Well, yeah.
Like the capital of New York is like Albany, right?
Yeah. The capital of the United States, like if you go to, but that's like, I think.
The capital in New York, right? It's Albany?
Yeah, it's Albany. But like the capital of the United States would be like Washington, D.C., right?
Which
isn't even a state.
We're getting way too deep into shit I don't know.
That's the capital, right?
I don't know.
But I wouldn't want to go there on vacation.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to go there on vacation either. It's actually got some of the poorest areas in America, some parts of D.C. right outside Washington. So
is that
back to you,
true?
Chuck?
Is that fucking true?
Yeah, it's like the White House and then like homeless people sleeping on the sidewalk like right outside the gate.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
America's a motherfucker, you know?
Damn. We're doing those fucking North Korea tricks because I've seen a lot of video of fucking
There's
DC,
a lot of propaganda going on. So.
and I never once seen like a dude sleeping outside the fucking White House.
No, it's really like, I'm just a drunk sitting on Capitol Hill. It's just like homeless people laid around, you know? All right.
Let's get into it. Go ahead.
No, it's there's something I wanted to talk about because I think I'm going to just give a little segue here.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm going to let you get your segue, but it's also National Coming Out Day?
It's National Coming Out Day.
What the fuck? All right, I just wanted to get
a lot of shit.
All of today out there.
Yeah, no, it's National Coming Out Day, and actually something that's a pretty big deal. I saw people like kind of, some people were mad about it and like annoyed, and I'm like, really, who cares?
What?
You know, is the fact that DC Comics actually just confirmed that John Kent, who is Superman and Lois Lane's son in the comic books, he is actually coming out as bisexual, and he's like dating a man in the new the new comic book in the series that's dropping, I think, next week or this week. So so some people are upset. I mean, I don't really know. I guess as long as he's still kicking ass and shooting laser beams out his eyes and shit, I mean, you know, I don't really know. So some people in the comments were like irritated by it and shit. And then I sat and I thought, and I was like, it's definitely different. I'm like, but am I mad about it?
Yeah, I'm definitely not mad.
I'm like, nah. I'm like, does it? I'm like, do I care? I was like, does it change his superhero, like his abilities? I'm like, no, not at all. I was like, he's still a flexing ass superhero. So go out there and keep fighting crime and keep fucking shit up on them back streets, you know, and do you, bro.
I don't care if my superheroes wear cute boots. That doesn't bother me at all. What I am curious about is if this character existed like back in the day and if they're altering him to be like bisexual now. I don't care if is he bisexual? If he's, because
it says he's bisexual, but the image that I saw, the actual the frame cut from the comic was him kissing a purple haired male.
I don't care if he's bisexual or gay, but if I'm gonna go for one, I feel like bisexual is like edgy because he's like, I do what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't put me in a box. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Man and woman, which I think is badass for a superhero. Yeah. Because if I was a superhero, I would take what I want. And I feel like I see a little bit of me in him. You know, when he's making out with that purple-headed man.
And you're like, yo, you know, today's Saturday.
It takes a lot of confidence.
You know, it is what it is. Today's Mondays are a tough day. Mondays are holidays. Like if we're talking about the real day of the week, I mean, you know.
No, but it is super interesting. It doesn't bother me that he's bisexual or he's gay, whatever.
I found it to be like compelling to see what the conversations were in the comments and like where that conversation was going. And I think it wasn't really floating around. Like, I don't think I saw a single person ask like, well, does he still kick ass? Like,
you know,
what still kicking ass or what? Like,
no.
Back to the superhero content. Like, you know, I didn't fuck with Superman because he liked Lois Lane. I fucked with Superman because he's the gangster ass superhero. Yeah. Throwing buses and catching planes in midair. Like, I didn't care that he was going home to Lois Lane. I don't care if he's going home to Dr. Octopus. To me, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you probably had a better time with him. I think that people believe that they're just trying to force feed this like you know, homosexuality or LGBTQ lifestyle on everybody. Like they're trying to force feed it to us. This isn't my opinion. I'm saying that people feel this way. Like the people in the comments of that video, I believe that that's the way they feel. They feel like we're being force fed fucking like LGBTQ, you know, perspectives or lifestyles, or, you know, like now it's in our comic books and it's fucking, what are they going to put in our fucking cereal next?
Yeah. The only thing to me is, the only thing that I think people aren't as honest about is the fact that it's really not as common as they make it seem. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually a very small percentage of the population. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times they want things to be reflective of the full, you know, to be, kind of reflective of the population the way it really is. Yeah. So think about if they made like in every comic book, there was a superhero in a wheelchair. It's like there aren't that many people in a wheelchair to where, you know, now it seems to me like it's almost like what's the motivation behind doing this? Are you doing this to reach out to other demographics, and you're doing this to create revenue? You know, because then I'm like, now you're just kind of you're extorting minority groups rather than empowering them, in my opinion, because now you're just throwing these characters out there every chance you get because you think that it's a profitable, you know, a marketing strategy. So at that point, I think that there's a lot of groups that kind of get almost taken advantage of in that sense. Like that perspective starts to get amplified intentionally to generate dollars. Like what's the motivation, you know? If it's for the right reason, yes. But if it's just to continue to increase your cash flow for the beginning of the fiscal year, then that's kind of lame. Because it's funny that you drop this comic like on this day, very close to, you know, like the end of the quarter, like, you know, I just find it, or really the beginning of the quarter. Like it's just to me, it just makes too much marketing sense for me to think that this is something that comes from the right place.
You want to make sure that they're doing this for inclusionness and equality.
Exactly. And not for dollars.
Make a buck. Yeah. I mean, and it'll definitely be interesting to see what direction it goes. Cause it could go in both directions, right? They could lose money. This could, we don't know. Especially when we're talking about like superheroes, that's still like as common as like Aquaman and these superhero movies are. When we're talking about like comic books and shit like that, like that still is a small demographic of people, right?
Yeah.
So that demographic of people could react differently than like the world, and it would affect that, you know, that bottom line a lot more because they're core fans, you know.
True.
They're the people who are going to buy their stuff anyway. So if those guys don't buy it, then from my perspective, I just feel like it's going to be interesting to see how it affects their sales, or to see how they do.
If there were to be factual data that comes out about the sales, I would be interested to see that. I would be interested to see if that's something, you know, like my business mind
to see if
I have one.
Are you guys making money? Or are you losing money on this?
Yeah.
And listen, and I don't think it should matter, right?
Yeah,
if
I don't
doing
think
it for the right
either.
reasons. It shouldn't matter.
Correct. This is just like you know, for like just information purposes. Really, just curiosity more than anything.
Can we talk about fucking Dave Chappelle?
Thank you, Saisha, for the happy birthday wishes. Yes, we can talk about Dave Chappelle, man.
I don't know if that's a bad segue.
No, I mean it's related. I mean, Dave Chappelle, as everybody knows, is viewed as pretty much a heroic figure in comedy and just in the realm of free speech in general. A lot of people that believe that you should be able to say what you want without the fear of being canceled, without the fear of having the ability to earn a living taken from you.
Persecution.
Yeah, without the fear of persecution, without the fear of I hate that word, canceling. That is so stupid.
It's like
so
like
dumb.
when you say like it's like if they deleted him.
Yeah, it's
the same thing.
It's so dumb. But yeah, so Dave Chappelle is very important in that space, especially with the hour specials he's been doing on Netflix, the last one and this one. So he skates the line and he says, did you watch any of it?
I watched the whole thing. Did you watch it?
Yes, I watched the whole thing.
What'd you think about it? Let's get that out of the way, you know?
That's a very general question. Like, meaning what? Did I think it was funny?
Did you think, okay, so this is the way I judged it, right? In comparison to the last two, because this is his third special on Netflix?
I believe so.
So in terms of all three, where do I think this one falls, right? Which is the way I think we should look at it. Because this is like completes the body of work that he was going to put out. He said that he's going to do 3 shows.
Yes.
He did all 3. So this is like, now I look at them all. And in my opinion, it wasn't my favorite one of all 3. I do think it was funny, but I thought that it spent a lot of time on like, you know, one topic. It wasn't as broad as the other one where it went from like, you know, story to story. I thought that this one had a little more, you know, intention, but I think that it was intended that way.
I agree. I think that appears to be what was the intention. And I think for that reason, I think he hit the mark for what he was trying to do.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
You know, I definitely do. Now, in terms of comparing it to the other ones, I haven't watched them that recently, so I really can't think back and make an accurate comparison. So I'll just really go on this one really for so what I thought it was funny. There were some very funny parts, and it was I think in a way, I felt like it was what's the word I'm looking for? It was, I felt almost relief when I felt someone just saying shit without worrying.
Oh, yeah.
It was refreshing. That's the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
It was refreshing. Like, regardless of the content, I'm not here to discuss one way or the other how people feel about the trans community and gender identity. That's a different subject. I'm talking about Dave Chappelle, and just to hear somebody just say things without that fear and just say stuff, and to have a crowd accept him for what he was saying, and that how refreshing it was to not hear people standing up and trying to cancel him and yell at him like, come on guys, let's get back to this place where people aren't crucified for things that they say,
especially in his field, right? Because we're talking about a stand-up comedian who does stand-up comedy. They're supposed to go up there and make you laugh. Like they're supposed to go up there, and sometimes they say ridiculous shit, but at the end of the day, we all understand that it's a fucking joke. It's all a joke. Jokes, listen, most funny jokes are offensive to somebody, right? Because that's kind of how some jokes work. There's a butt of the joke, right? Whether we're talking about a fictional character or we're talking about like, a joke about an animal, whatever the case may be, there's a butt of the joke, whether it's sometimes, and when you're hanging around with your friends, sometimes it's one of your friends who's the butt of the joke. I'm often the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
You're
sometimes it's you, sometimes it's me.
It's just the name of the game, right? These guys, they go up there, they do this comedy. And I think it's terrible that they have to like sit on the edge and say like, oh, well, I don't want to say this and I don't want to say that. And so your point, I can agree with what you're saying and how like it's refreshing to hear somebody just go up there and say whatever they want to say, right?
Yeah.
Not to say that we in somehow, some way, shape, or form like agree with what he's saying. We're just saying that, we all have the right to say whatever we want to say, and he went up there and did it.
Yeah, I really feel like it was. I feel like there was no tension in that room. It's so funny because I feel like people push to stop people from saying certain things because it hurts people's feelings, to avoid the tension in the room, to make people comfortable. I feel like there's no bigger tension than a room full of people trying not to offend each other. Mm-hmm. There's nothing more tense and uncomfortable than a room full of people talking about, I ain't racist, but... Yeah. Like, that shit is the most uncomfortable shit. Like, what's comfortable is a room full of people that are not judging each other and just say what you want.
A room full of people that are just honest.
Yeah, just be honest. Like, just be honest what you say, and let's learn from each other. Let's everybody have an open discussion and talk.
Isn't it crazy that we're talking about Dave Chappelle when like a year ago there was like a presidential candidate that was like saying wild things about the Latin American community?
Yeah,
but
facts.
Like this guy's going on, and I'm not saying that what he said was like okay. I'm not, don't spin what I'm saying into anything else. But I'm just comparing the two, right? Both these people, in certain people's opinion, were saying ridiculous things. But like but one of them is a stand-up comedian, and one of them is like a presidential candidate. And I don't think that this many people were upset about, the president saying wild things as the amount of outrage that Dave Chappelle got. I can't say that either. I take that back because there were a lot of people upset about Trump, but. You understand what I'm saying, right? You understand the comparison.
Yeah, you're talking about the what's coming from who. What is this person supposed to represent, and what are they saying? Yeah. Like, when are we going to stop holding everybody to this impossible standard that we've discussed previously? A comedian should not be held to the same standard of sticking to fact and being politically correct as a news anchor on Channel 7. Yeah. Like these are two different jobs.
That's why we're in the comedy series. When you look us up on Spotify, it says comedy.
Yeah, think about it. Think about expecting a construction worker that works outdoors. Picture them having the same regulations as like the same standards of how shiny his shoes are versus a man that works on Wall Street in a corporate office. Now think about these two standards. They're very different. Like, do I expect this man that's in this office or something to be kind of sharp, commanding the amount of money he does for the services he conducts, whether that be like investing, what have you? Yeah, you come to expect that. Now, do I expect this construction worker that's working outside, busting his ass and building shit and dealing with sawdust and shit like that and dirt, and do I expect his shoes to be as shiny as this guy? No. Why? Because they have completely different jobs.
I don't expect that guy to be able to pick up anything or operate any fucking heavy machinery.
I don't expect this guy to be able to frame a new door for me.
Nope.
No. So like, why do we expect rappers and athletes and radio hosts and, you know, and podcasters and all these people, like, why do we hold them to this standard, expecting them to speak as professionally as professional people in the world that you know, that standard is part of their job? These are different.
And you know, I'm on the side where, listen, if you want them to have those, you want to judge them by those standards, then it's perfectly fine, right? Judge them by those standards. However, don't think that the world should stop listening to them because they don't meet your standards. So this idea of canceling them, you think that Dave Chappelle's transphobic and you think the things he's saying are inappropriate, don't listen to him.
Yeah,
you can't possibly expect to you know, draw this you know, what do they call the mob with the pitchforks and the fire
and
or whatever.
torches.
The torches. Yeah, you can't expect
the mob
to get everybody up in arms about, like, some people are gonna like it, and those people, and it almost make you feel bad if you like it. Like if I posted on Facebook, hey, I thought the Dave Chappelle show was hilarious. The Dave Chappelle special was hilarious. If I said that, like, some people will be upset with me. Like, how dare you say that? And it's like, I can't even like it.
Yeah,
it's like I can't like it because if I do like it, then I'm transphobic.
Yeah, which is like, crazy.
That's not true.
Which is like crazy. Like if you think about it, it's like
hypothetically.
Yeah. I mean, everybody heard what you said. You said it in a way that made sense, where you know, in context. So so if you're thinking about somebody that I lost my goddamn train of thought.
I'm sorry, man.
Son
I'm sorry.
Of a bitch. Nah, it's all good.
I got to take back something I said earlier. There was a lot of outrage about Trump being fucking saying terrible things about Latin America. I'm taking it back again just in case somebody missed it.
Yeah. But I don't remember. He said terrible things?
He said a lot of things about Latin America. Well, didn't he call...
You know you got to hit me with a quote.
Didn't he call, like, that certain section in Central America like a shithole?
Is it a shithole? There'd be some shitholes around.
I'm sure
there's some areas in my neighborhood that's a shithole.
Every area has a shithole, right? But you can't refer to the country.
Not when you're a president.
Yeah.
When you're a regular person, yeah. Again,
we could call it a shithole.
Back to the standards we're talking about.
Yeah, you can't call it a shithole.
Okay,
because when he says it, it's like disrespectful. It's like, whoa, bro.
And it's bad for like bad. It's bad for like global politics.
Yeah, bro.
You know, it probably is that bad. But he can't say that.
He definitely can't say that.
No. Where we at? So
we went to Dave Chappelle. I want you to talk to me about. We could go to the next topic now.
Want me to talk to you about what?
I want to talk about the real life Squid Games.
Oh yeah. So this is going on in I think it was Dubai where this was going on, in the Arab Emirates.
Okay.
Because of this, Squid Game has become so popular, the miniseries or the series on Netflix that takes place in Korea, and it's you know, a bunch of people are given an opportunity based on debt that they owe. So they're given an opportunity to compete in this big kind of game show where your life is at stake, essentially, in order to make a ton of money to pay this debt off and to just change your life.
And when he says your life is at stake, he means if you lose, you die.
Yes. So apparently it's been so popular. There's been a crazy uptick. They have like Halloween costume sales out the ass. You know, of course, everybody's going to be Squid Games characters you just put on that jumpsuit and you're good to go.
Bro, I swear to you, when I've seen like the uniform they were making, I was like, that's going to be my costume.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to be like the only one.
No. Come on. Unless you're the guy that has that mask with all the angles cut on it. You know, the dude that's sitting in a chair, like smoking a cigar and shit.
Yeah, with the all black mask.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so because of things like that, the popularity of the Halloween costumes and stuff, there's like spin-off like internet challenges, all kinds of shit like that. So the Korean Cultural Center in the United Arab Emirates is doing a reenactment of Netflix's series for 2 teams of 15 people. So instead of like those 400 plus people there were in the show, there's going to be 15 people. So it's going to start on October 12th and it'll take place in 2 sessions. It's going to be 2 separate sessions. I don't know exactly what the prize is. But the 4 out of the 6 games from the Netflix series will be present at the event. So it's not going to be all 6. It'll be 4 out of the 6. And they include red light, green light, and Dalgona candy challenges. So those are two of like the big challenges from the red light, green light is where everybody was getting lit up.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued to see really what the prize money is, like what it's going to entail. Like, what do they do? I hope they're getting hit with like tennis balls from like mad far with like potato guns, like poof, get hit in the back.
I thought for sure there was going to be like a double Dutch challenge, and then I realized I was like, this is a Korean film. This ain't gonna be no fucking double Dutch challenge.
It's gonna be what's in the show.
No, I know, but when I was watching the show and they were talking about children's games and shit like that, I was like, oh, they're about to bust out the double Dutch.
Nah, son, you crazy. Got to bring some of them girls from the Jacks, bro. Some girls out there, they be like, body in it, right?
Oh, yeah, I thought there was gonna be some hopscotch in there. And when they pulled out that sugar shit, I was like, oh, this is not an American movie. What would be the games if it was an American movie? If this movie was made in your hood, what games would it have?
In my hood?
Yeah.
It would definitely be 21.
Oh.
It'd definitely be 21.
What was the other name? Because 21 went by two names, right? It was 21
and Chicago. Yeah.
Okay.
But 21 was what we played in, where I was from.
Yeah.
But so it'd be a game of 21, which anybody that's unfamiliar is a basketball game. You can play with any amount of people. You can play with 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 8 people, don't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But of course, I would probably max it out at like 4.
Once you got enough to play a whole game, they don't matter. Yeah.
I would max it out at like...
You play Chicago because you got 3 people.
You technically play, you play 21 because you have an odd number of people. So that's a game where there's no teams. It's every man for himself. Yeah. So the way you play is one person starts with possession, and they start to shoot from the top, like the top of the key, essentially behind where the free throw line would be, like a 3-point range. You all right?
Yeah, I got some shit in my eye. Go ahead.
You okay?
Yeah, it's just my eyes. Like, I'm a little teary, man.
All right.
I don't want to ruin this for the audio listeners.
You good. You're good. So, and in 21, you play, somebody shoots from the top of the key, right? And to start the game. And depending whether they miss or not, if they miss, everybody goes for the rebound. And then you have to do what's called taking it back. You got to take it back, which is back behind the line at the top of the key, and then start over again pursuing the basket.
Until somebody hits 21.
Until somebody hits 21. And each basket that you score while you're being defended is 2 points. And then you get 3 points from the free throw line, 3 shots from the free throw line. Or you shoot until you shoot till you miss at the free throw line, and then it continues that way. And then when you get 21, you got to hit the final shot. You got to hit one more, which is typically a shot from really far back or something like that. So that'd be definitely a game in.
So that'd be the first game, or it'd be a game.
Yeah, that'd be one of the Squid games. What else? Butts up.
What's butts up?
You never played butts up on a handball wall?
Oh, yeah. It's like handball, right?
Yeah.
Except somebody sits on the wall.
What happens is you throw the ball against the wall, and then you smack it against the wall, and then you have to run to the wall before somebody behind you catches it. Because if they catch it, they have to smack it back. And if they hit the wall before you get there, you got to stand facing the wall, and they get to peg you with the ball from back there. Yeah, bro. I had some welts on me.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'd probably be one. You got any?
What's a game that we played when I was younger, like a game like that?
It might be a slap boxing tournament.
Yeah, slap boxing might be in there. That might be like the 4th game right before the end. Slap boxing. Damn, what we play? Chicago. We play a lot of like basketball games like that, like Chicago. And what was the other one when you had to jump? Like you could only hold the ball in the air. Remember that?
Taps.
Yeah, taps.
Damn, taps. God damn. Yo, the hood revolves around basketball.
Yeah, yo. I tried to think of a game, and after you said 21, I was like Chicago, and now taps.
Yo,
that's
and I was like, damn.
Really think of.
Horse. I'm like, damn.
Horse.
In the hood, every game that I can think of that I played growing up like that.
Revolves around a ball of some kind.
It has
basketball.
It has to do with basketball.
Mm-hmm. So taps.
It's crazy.
I guess hopscotch is a thing, but that's something everywhere.
Hopscotch?
Yeah.
Playing no fucking hopscotch.
Hopscotch is a children's game. You never seen that? You never seen people drawing hopscotch in the street?
Yeah, but that shit is bullshit.
Listen, man, it's every age range.
Oh,
man.
wait, these are all kids' games they were playing on Squid.
Yeah.
On Squid Games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. All right, so I gotta
What about that? Remember that thing that they invented?
Wiffle ball.
Wiffle ball's one of them. Remember the thing you used to put around your ankle?
Skip it.
Skip it. Is that what it was?
Yeah, bro. Damn. All right,
one of those things.
But it's super interesting that they're having a real life like simulation of Squid Games. That shit is pretty dope.
You think you'd be nice at that shit?
At Squid Game?
Yeah.
At Squid Games? Yeah, I'd be fucking nice, bro. You kidding me? Yeah, I can't believe nobody was tripping nobody. I'd have been running all over there tripping everybody, kicking everybody's ankles and shit. I would have been out, bro.
In the beginning?
No, in the beginning, it was wild. In the beginning, I would have just been like, they said not move, you dummies. I'd be like, yo, why y'all all running?
Yeah, why are you guys moving?
That's all I was thinking. I was like, yo, why y'all all running? I
Once
guess
they shot one guy, I was like, okay, now I know the rules.
Yo, typically, when somebody gets shot somewhere, hey, you don't move. Yeah, whoa. At least in the movies, that's how it is.
I wouldn't bust a move. They're killing everybody else.
Yeah, nah, you can't do that, man. But yeah, that's super. But no violence in the reenactment like the Squid Games. Clearly nobody's getting shot. I mean, you never know. I'm sure there's some elitist island somewhere where they're doing this real Squid Games in real life.
100%.
With a bunch of like
on Epstein's Island.
Yeah, a bunch of captive. Straight up, Squid Games is being filmed like on Epstein Island.
That shit must have allegedly. I don't even want to say that.
Let's stop right there. That was a great segue. Did you see the next part?
What do you got next?
So, speaking of Epstein, the British police have apparently closed the investigation on Prince Andrew. So, if anybody's unaware, Prince Andrew was part of the royal family, the Duke of York, and he actually was a person that was an associate of Epstein's. He had been seen multiple times at Epstein's properties. In 2010, he stayed at Epstein's house for a few days, and he was accused of sexual assault by one of those young ladies that they had over there. He said originally that he didn't know who she was. He had no idea. Then photographs surfaced.
I was just going to say that she pop up with some pictures with this motherfucker.
Photographs surfaced.
On the island, right?
No.
Oh, they're not on the island?
At Ghislaine Maxwell's house in London.
Oh shit!
Which is Ghislaine Maxwell she's right now she's incarcerated. I think she's still pending trial. I believe
she's the one that ain't saying a fucking word either, right?
Well, I'm not sure if she's said anything yet. I don't know if she's trying to cop a plea deal or what. But I my gut tells me she had a lot more to do with that than people think. I'm sure a lot of people do think she had something to do with it, but I don't think they believe she had as much to do with it as I think she did. I think she was in a lot of ways.
I think she was doing a lot of facilitating. I was reading articles that was leading to like her doing a lot of facilitating for them.
Yeah, I think that she.
If what they had over there.
Yeah, I think that she was a kind of the ringleader in a sense because she was the one doing the recruiting. She was going and meeting the girls and bringing the girls back and kind of scouting, which I think is terrible. That's just as bad, to be honest with you.
That might be even worse.
Yeah, she was initiating it. So. You
think it's even worse because she's a female?
Well, I think neither here nor there. I think it's bad either way.
I wonder.
I think it's bad either way. I think, was it easier for them to probably trust her because of that? Sure. But it's just awful. So
some reverse fucking Weinstein shit.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the deal on.
So they closed the investigation
Prince, on him. Yeah, they closed it up pretty much saying like they did their investigation and they didn't find any wrongdoing. It's funny though because like the royal family distance, they like stopped fucking with him and stuff. Like, so it's funny because somebody knows some shit. It's just like amazing how like the global elites, they're able to just kind of make stuff go away. It's very interesting the way the world works. How access just allows you to just kind of cut down any trouble, any issues, any bumps in the road. Yeah,
ain't nothing new with that, man. There's always been what's it called? What's the expression? All power corrupts, or what's the fucking expression I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's I know what it is. It's absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. It's power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely. So that and that's a fact. It's a goddamn fact.
You said that shit with fucking confidence.
Yeah, because it is. It's a goddamn fact, man. But I know you had some super interesting stuff regarding that finding in Florida. I wanted to hear a little bit about that.
Yeah, what's funny is I was going to start with I'm not even going to say it because I ruined it. So I'll go straight into the fucking the story about fucking Florida. And part of me, I'm going to pull up my fucking piece of paper so I can tell you guys.
Nah, go ahead, man.
They found fucking $2 million worth of cannabis in a fucking storage facility in Florida. $2 million worth of weed.
$2 million?
$2 million worth of weed. And the now the county that the sheriff that found it, they put up a thing on Facebook like looking for the person who left their weed, and it's phrased like, we're looking for whoever like lost their $2 million worth of weed to give it back to them.
Yeah.
Like that's the way like the ad is like phrased. Like, hey, we found a bunch of weed for somebody. Like whoever it is, we'd love to give it back to you. Like if this is yours, give us a call.
See, my question is why are they not pursuing legal action? Is it legal to be in possession of $2 million worth of marijuana in Florida?
I fucking don't think so, bro. They said it's 770 approximately. This is what the Facebook posting said. If you happen to have lost or misplaced approximately 770 pounds of high-grade marijuana and would like to have your property returned, please contact us.
Oh, so that was like a cute way of saying like, come turn yourself in.
It must be that way.
Guess what we got? We found your stash.
Yeah, they said the article reads
the baby?
No, the Brevard County Sheriff's Office in Florida is looking to reunite $2 million worth of marijuana to its rightful owner, according to the snarky post on the department's Facebook page.
Oh, okay. So it was a joke. It was sarcasm.
Yeah.
All right. I was wondering. Listen, man. I don't know, man. I mean, Florida is pretty much as free as it gets right now.
Florida's a fucking Wild West.
So people call it the Wild West. Is so funny. It's free. That's what, you know what I'm saying? People call it the Wild West, but really that's what America's supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to do what you want and be free and be able to go where you want without having to produce papers and shit. Like that's pretty much how you're supposed to be able to live in America. You're supposed to be able to bear arms. You're not supposed to have all these barriers in your way to drive a vehicle, like register it, inspect it, have all these stickers, pay all this money. If you don't have it, we could charge you more money if we stop you. Like, Florida's just like, nah, bro, kind of do your thing.
I think those are some factors of Florida. There's also like the whole other side of Florida, like when they had all those what were they like pharmaceutical
pill mills?
Yeah, the pill mills.
Well,
like, there's a whole nother fucking there's a crazy side of Florida where people say it's crazy just because it's crazy.
Well, it's free, and when
down there are different.
They're free. So when you allow people to be free, there's going to be some people are going to take advantage of that freedom, and there are going to be some outliers that are going to do some wild shit.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what you get. But I'm a little more willing to deal with like some loose cannons, like doing a little extra shit with their freedom and exaggerating the abilities that they have with their freedom. I'd rather deal with that than deal with a bunch of people who think because they're scared, we should all be scared and not be able to do anything.
Yeah. I don't know if they have their freedoms just started to become convenient, like as of COVID, because they could just do whatever they want the rest of
their freedom's always been convenient. I visited down there a bunch of times. That it's free down there. You can carry a pistol. You can get a concealed carry.
Well, they're not the only. There's a lot of states like that too, though.
Well, yeah, but
I think that they're just like all I'm saying is that like they're just like the magnify glasses on them like since COVID. There's a lot of states where you can like they have like the similar regulations, if not maybe even looser. Who knows?
But it's a swing state, which has always made it popular. Like that's pretty much got to tell you right there that it's got to be like pretty much one of the freest states in the country.
Maybe I don't know.
I'm telling you, it is because it goes. Sometimes it's Democrat, sometimes it's Republican. There's no other state really that gets down like that. Like it depends. Who the candidate is. It depends. Like that's why they call it a swing state. Like it's a state that it's a state that.
Is that the only swing state?
It's one of the very few. I'm not sure if there are how many are. I think if there are more, there's only a couple.
Is there a lot of regulations in the state in the others, or are they all equally as free? Because I wonder if that freedom is a determining factor, whether if like it makes it a swing state. Because when I think about like the freest place in America, I don't know why, and there's no fact to back this up, but in my mind, I'm saying Texas. I feel like Texas. They could do what they want in Texas.
Well, Texas could kind of do what they want.
They don't even want to do abortions in Texas.
No, but they're also not allowing you to do one.
Which is crazy, right?
That's kind of crazy. I mean,
freedom?
Freedom what?
I guess that's not freedom.
No, that's not freedom. That's, this is why I say that there's no real partisan view that makes any sense. Because whether you're a Republican and you say you're a Republican, there's going to be a lot of people that claim Republican but agree that that's kind of crazy. Like, you should be able to have an abortion if you want. Like, we can't tell you what to do with your body. There have to be some that feel that way. Same way that there are, some liberal people that agree that you should be able to carry a pistol. So it's like, to me, it's like, this is why we need to stop this red versus blue kind of fight.
Yeah, when you could like both of them.
Why can't we all win? Like, why does it have to be one or the other? Why does it have to be these people have to restrict these people from doing what they want in order to be happy? And these people need to restrict these people from doing what they want in order to be happy. We all technically, if you step back and look at it, we all want the same thing. We all want to be able to do what we want without you fucking with us. I want to have my gun. You want to abort your baby. Let's fucking rock.
Yeah.
like what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
Let us do our thing. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. If everybody just stepped back and took a little outside perspective, you'd kind of have an idea, But yeah, there's some more stuff that I wanted to touch on here. Something that I found to be interesting because we both used to wear suits, right?
Yes.
For jobs that we had. With COVID, I actually saw this account, Telegraph Fashion, right? It's a publication regarding fashion, clearly, and they reported a huge decline in suit sales. Yeah, and like men's dressy garments since this whole work from home movement like happened.
The suit industry's taking a dump.
It is taking a dump, and actually,
statistics.
There's a big retailer here that back in August, Marks and Spencer, they sell a lot of suits and a lot of like high-end men's goods, right? They announced that they had stopped stocking suits across more than half of its 245 clothing stores. They stopped stocking suits. Like,
what's the name of the place? I'm sorry.
The name of the place is Marks and Spencer. So it's like it's a well-known chain of men's apparel and men's suits and dress clothes, and it's crazy that and they said that it was apparently to be more relevant to customers' rapidly changing needs. So because
nobody's going to work.
Nobody's wearing that anymore. So you know what that is? You know who's crushing it right now? Champions with the sweats game. They got to be lit. Adidas tracksuits must be flying off the shelf.
The Costco sweats.
Facts. Yo, I love those sweats,
those
bro.
Sweats are fire.
Can't even lie, son. Can't lie, bro.
Damn. Well, you know what? As somebody who's been affected by this, I don't miss the suit.
Nah, I don't miss the suit
I don't miss
either.
the suit. I do miss how I miss being in the office, like talking to people. But that's just my personality, right?
Yeah.
I think that I enjoy speaking.
I'm kind of glad that we save all your fucking
can you imagine?
talking.
I'd have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I'm glad that you gotta keep that all in for the pod.
I do. Yeah, I definitely don't have as much as there's no social work life when you don't go into an office. Like there's no. Also, you have to, and people who hear this are gonna laugh. Like you work more when you're working from home, and you're expected to almost do more because you're always expected to be there. If somebody walked over to my desk and I wasn't there, it wouldn't really be a big deal. But if somebody called me today when I was at home working, it would be weird if I didn't pick up, right? Because it's well, where are you?
Yeah.
It was when I wasn't at my desk. It was oh, he's somewhere. He's out to lunch. He's doing something. But when somebody calls you, it's and they want it done now, So and I'm not saying that this is the way my job is, but I'm just saying that working from home, it's not what everybody thinks it is. And,
it's not as free as everybody thinks, right?
Yeah,
because
no.
People automatically assume if you're not sitting at the desk or you're not picking up the phone that you're sleeping, you're fucking off.
Yeah.
You're out at the mall.
Well, there's a reason why productivity goes up when you allow people to work from home. Studies show people work more when they're working from home. You accomplish more when you're working from home. There's not this feeling where at the end of the day, when you work a 9 to 5, when 4 o'clock comes around, you kind of start slowing down. It's 4 o'clock. We're almost out of here. You turn around to the guy behind you and you're like, hey, it's fucking 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, motherfucker.
What are you doing today? You bullshit for a little bit. Then it's 4:45. 4:45 is basically fucking 5 o'clock, right?
Yeah, might as well
be. 4:30 is basically 4:45. So from 4:15, from 4 to 4:45, you ain't gonna do dick.
Yeah.
So, but when you're working from home, man, you're working to that because you don't got to drive home.
Yeah, exactly.
You're working to the fucking last minute. You're working from the beginning of the day. When you go into work, nobody goes straight to work. Listen, I'm talking about jobs where you get a little more freedom. I'm not talking about going into I'm not talking about retail 9 to 5. I'm talking about office life from 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So when you go into the office, you get coffee, you say good morning to everybody, you kind of chill out, you decompress, you get ready to work. Now when you're working from home,
no. Hell fucking no. Everybody's expecting you to be right there, man.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock, motherfucker.
We got a 9 o'clock meeting. We got a 9 o'clock meeting. Where the hell's this guy at?
Yeah.
Must be out. Him must be sleeping.
Luckily for me, my boss is a pretty good person, and I don't really I don't have those pressures. But man,
that's fire though.
it is. Working from home is not what everybody thinks it is. Essentially, is what I'm getting at. Can we talk about this? This dude, this Navy engineer, and his wife.
Yeah, talk to me, man. Nah, talk to me about it. I breezed past it. I breezed past it, but I didn't hear much. Like, fill me in.
U.S. naval engineer wife charged with selling submarine secrets. First of all, why does your wife know about the fucking submarine thing that you got going on? Why'd you tell her about
Sounds
that?
a little treasonous, right?
Yeah, don't be
almost
telling
as
your
treasonous
wife.
as giving 12 American names over to the Taliban.
Wait, what? What are you getting at? I don't know what you're getting
That's what
at.
Joe Biden did.
What Joe Biden did?
Yeah, he was like, here, make sure you let these people out safely. They're Americans. And the Taliban was like, all right, we're going to make sure they get right back home.
Wait, what happened to those 12 people?
Motherfuckers all getting hunted down and shit and collected and shit. But go ahead.
Wait, I can't fucking talk about this story after you said that.
Bro, that's motherfucking treason, bro. If you ask me, that's treasonous.
Joe
man.
Biden gave the Taliban 12 people's names. That
They
are left.
approved it. They
There's
approved
like 12
it to the
people
White House.
left over there, and they were like, "Hey,
There's way
we're
more than
missing
that.
These guys."
There's way more than that.
Oh, they were the special 12.
Yeah, they gave them, they were like, these are like, these are like,
Our VIPs.
yeah.
Can you do us a favor and find them for us?
Yeah, and do you think that, how sure are you that those people will return safely to America?
Oh my god.
But anyway,
weird.
I just find it to be funny.
I need some more details.
Yeah, that happened a while ago.
You see, and you guys might think this is crazy, but I stay the fuck away from the fucking like mainstream media news.
That's not mainstream. Mainstream media news isn't telling you that.
What is that? Some underground shit, motherfucker?
Yo, not is it? It's.
No, I definitely said that shit on Fox. They definitely fucking.
I'm sure that Fox talked about it. I didn't see it on Fox, but I'm sure.
Drag that motherfucker through the mud.
I'm sure that Tucker Carlson was
100%.
all over that.
When I said like mainstream, I mean like Fox, CNN, fucking Channel 12, like those guys.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm sure some people touched on it just because they're like, yeah, we kind of got to say this.
Yeah, you saying it sounded crazy. I can imagine the way they said it.
Yeah, it sounds.
Imagine.
Yeah, it's crazy shit, man. But go ahead.
Jesus
So this
Christ.
woman was selling these.
All right, now I'm just gonna spit it out. It was a new U.S. naval engineer and his wife are being charged with selling secret information about nuclear submarines to an undercover FBI agent who was posed as a operative from a foreign country. Isn't that crazy? They got these motherfuckers on a sting.
That shit is so wild, son.
They were like, hey, they probably had. You got a good Russian voice? Let's hear it.
Hey, here do you have a new submarine? New submarine for sale. Please bring. Send location.
Yes. That was a Dagestani Russian. I like that. Very specific. That's so fucking funny. I don't think it's fucking funny, but I think it's fucking funny. When people get caught in shit like that, it's like, how stupid do you fucking have to be? Why do you even want to sell like these guys these fucking... Do you think it was like a refrigerator plan and they just didn't think it was a big deal? They were like, how are you keeping your fucking meat so cold down there?
Yo.
Like, what's your stove tech? Like, what's your trick? How are you guys warming up food down there? Because the microwaves keep imploding on us. Like, what secret do you think that he shared with them? And they're probably go to jail forever.
I mean,
Treason?
yeah, I mean,
Selling nuclear submarine
yeah, that's real
secrets?
bad. That's real bad. That's real bad. Like, and I can't lie. I mean, I think that those people definitely they need to look into that. And if that's what they really did, then that's not good.
They're charged with violating the Atomic Energy Act. I've never even heard of that shit.
I mean, you see how crazy that is selling that? How about if they just left like $80 million worth of American firearms and power and weapons over in
I see what you're doing
Afghanistan?
today.
It's just, to me, it's just when you think about the magnitude of the things that have been done, but nobody finds outrageous. And then the things that we do find outrageous when we read it on our own. It's like, that shit is crazy.
I think people found that outrageous. I think, all right, so what Justin's talking about is that,
That absurdly ridiculous.
There was a decision that was made that they left a bunch of equipment in Afghanistan. And it was like, there was like Humvees and Black Hawks. And,
thousands of Humvees.
And like armor. I mean, like military
Bro,
equipment.
they left like 12,000 pairs of night vision goggles and shit.
Wild shit.
Yeah.
They left a gang of shit. And nobody really knows why, which is the craziest part. That they just say, well, we had an outdate, and they just determined that those things, they weren't important.
It's just very strange to me that's something that kind of people aren't really discussing. Nobody's really, not anymore.
Was out. That no one's talking about it.
No,
anymore.
but that shouldn't be old. I mean, what's going on over there? Like, is there an effort to destroy that stuff? Is there? But anyway, yes, that's wild that this person is selling this stuff to an FBI agent that's undercover. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Can you imagine the guy in a suit with a mustache and a Russian accent pulls up on you?
Yeah, and he's like, "You have information? Drop in car. Let me stop."
Or microwave.
But anyway, and we don't know where that person was from. It just says a foreign country, right? It doesn't say. It just
says a foreign country, so we're making Russian jokes.
Yeah, it does not. It does not say where that person was from.
That just happens to be one of Justin's
It could have been
It
could have been the
CCP.
The Chinese Communist Party. It could have been them. Who knows? Could have been anybody.
I know you want to give us your best Chinese accent.
No, I'm not. I don't even have one of those.
Isn't it funny? Like, you could do some accents, but you do some other ones, and it's like extremely offensive.
Well, some are just not as common, and they're, it's just, I'm not doing. I watch a lot of fighters.
Yeah.
And so from like,
that was just your Khabib impression.
Yeah, I'm essentially pretty good at like some Russian accents. I'm pretty good at some Brazilian accents.
Your Brazilian accents are very good.
I got a decent brogue. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you do.
But yeah, man. Anyways, man, what else we got, man?
I just want to say that your Western Asian accent, when you get to like that Western part of Asia, you're very good at that part of the world too.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, one day, sometimes I just get inspired and things just pop out, and I'll just assume I'm a method actor.
Yes.
I'm more of like an improv kind of guy.
Yeah, right. You want to talk about? Well, let's see.
Did we touch on Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder yet?
Oh no, we're right over the hour. But go ahead.
Are we over the hour? All right, we could finish with this. You want to finish with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder?
Yeah. You know what though? We're over the hour.
And
on Twitch, but I don't know if we're over the hour on YouTube.
All right. I mean, we could just finish up with this and then we'll be done.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
So, Deontay Wilder and versus Tyson Fury 3 took place this past weekend. Now, a lot of people didn't really understand why this third fight was taking place, myself included. I mean, the first one was a draw. The second one, Tyson Fury stopped him. So I kind of felt that the kind of deal was done there. We kind of figured it out.
There was a lot of excuses made after that last fight from the fucking help me out here.
Deontay
Wilder's camp.
Yes.
And him himself. There was a lot of fucking excuses. His fucking, he was tired.
The suit he wore in was too heavy.
The suit he wore, which was ridiculous. How ridiculous.
That shit was pretty heavy looking.
That's like when Mike Tyson said that he broke his back before the fight.
Spinal.
That's how crazy that sounds.
That was after a fight. But yes. So.
No, he broke his back before the fight. That's what I meant. Like, he didn't break his fight he didn't break his back in the fight.
So yeah, so that fight, I was super intrigued to see it. I watched the whole thing, and it kind of went how I hoped it would go, but not how I thought it would go. I did think Tyson Fury was going to stop him, but I didn't see Deontay Wilder getting those two early knockdowns. Even though I did, that's how I love boxing matches to go. Somebody's getting the edge, then somebody comes back crazy, then the first guy comes back again, and it's over. Mm-hmm. So.
I didn't watch it completely. I did watch the highlights. Shame on me. I shouldn't even talk about it, but I am going to talk about it. I thought what I like the most is all the memes that are going around about like the ideal men's body. Like, did you see all the pictures of Tyson Fury in his little swimming trunks?
Yeah.
It says like, this is the what do the memes say? This is the ideal men's physique, like it or not.
Yeah, this is the ideal men's physique. Like, this embodies like top athletic performance or something like that. This is the embodiment of top athletic performance. And to be honest, it's his technique and the way he moves and stuff like that. Some people got it and some people don't. It's,
man, good on him, man. Dude, and boxing is an exhausting sport.
Yeah.
You're walking around, they got what are the ounces on the gloves?
I think they fight with eights.
They got half a pound in each hand.
Yeah.
And they're throwing that thing around for a long time. 12 rounds, 3 minutes.
Yeah, I challenge anybody that watches fights, watches MMA or watches boxing, and kind of wonders what it's like to be at that point in a fight. So I'm like, and wonder, like, because I know anytime I watch a fight or anytime somebody watches a fight, there's no way that you don't think like, damn, this is crazy. I wonder how I would feel at that point in a fight. Mm-hmm. You can literally put yourself in those shoes if you just set a timer. Just, you can get an app on your phone and you could set up a boxing timer. You could set it for 12 rounds and you could set it for 3 minutes with 1 minute breaks in between, the same way a boxing match is set up. And just put some gloves on and just
shadow box.
Just hit a bag. Or just shadow box, or not even shadow box. Don't even throw punches. Just bounce around. Just bounce around and move your feet for the duration of those rounds. And see when you get to round 5, round 6, round 7, round 9, round 10. See how you feel. And now imagine that if you want to take it up another level the next day or the following week, do it again and put gloves on. And now hit something. Hit the bag. Hit the bag. Then on top of that, imagine somebody that's also trying to attack you. Yeah. So now not only do you have to hit this target, you have to avoid this person hitting you. So just the concept of how much stamina it takes to be able to fight for that long and at that level and at that size.
It's crazy.
277 pounds he weighed in.
Holy shit.
Bro, 277 pounds, bro.
How tall is he?
He's like 6'8". He's a goddamn gorilla, man. He's an animal.
What did Deontay Wilder weigh in at? Do you know?
I think like 230.
He's big as fuck too.
He is big, and that's the heaviest he's ever weighed. I think their first fight he was like 220 or something like that.
How the fuck are these guys fighting?
Because a heavyweight is over a certain.
Yeah, it's like once you get over here, you're a heavyweight, right?
Exactly.
It's like open after that.
Yeah, they used to, I think, have like a super heavyweight. Like I don't think there's anybody really that big anymore.
Wait, that was Butterbean was fighting?
No, he was a heavyweight. Dude,
that's fucking big.
Yeah, and Tyson Fury, it's just his ability to control the clinch. He's got like these really tricky inside techniques where he's able to hide his face. He's able to, he knows how to control a person in the clinch. He's good at putting his weight on you. And then you could see Deontay Wilder as the fight went on. He just was running out of gas. And that's what ultimately cost him that fight, was just not cost him that fight, but gave Tyson Fury the edge, was the cardio. Tyson Fury is able to put that pace on somebody and use it like a weapon, like other fighters that we've seen, like Max Holloway in MMA. And that's really exhausting for people. It's hard to keep up with, man. And he ended up stopping him, four knockdowns, I think. 4 or 5 knockdowns in that fight.
Last one was he ended up stopping him in the 11th round?
Yeah, the 11th round.
Wow.
With a knockout, not a TKO. It was
how much
knockout.
Money? Do you know how much money he made on that fight? They make
tens of millions, I'm sure.
Boxers, maybe it could be 100 million.
No, he's not Floyd.
Floyd got like 200 million this last fight.
Floyd, yeah. 200.
His fight, not his last like real boxing fight.
Yeah. I don't know about 200 million. That's a lot.
I think I heard him say that, but it could be wrong.
Maybe or full of shit.
Maybe it's all in.
Yeah, probably including pay-per-view points, endorsements, all that stuff. But it was a really good fight. Best heavyweight fight I've seen in a long-ass time. Like, in a long-ass time. I have no desire to see Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Well, I shouldn't say that. I would definitely watch it, but Tyson Fury would whoop his ass.
You think so?
Oh, he would whip his ass. He would beat him, I think, worse than he beat Deontay Wilder. Yeah, I think he would finish Anthony Joshua much sooner.
So I don't really know too much about boxing. I shouldn't say that. I'm not really following boxing right now. So can you tell me who is this guy going to fight? Is he the fucking Amanda Nunes of the heavyweight boxing game?
Tyson Fury?
Yeah. Does he have all the belts?
Nah, that other guy, the dude that just beat Anthony Joshua, has a lot of the belts.
Is he beating that guy too?
Yeah. There's nobody that's touching Tyson Fury in the heavyweight division right now, in my opinion. The only person that people were thinking could be an answer to him would have been Anthony Joshua. To be honest with you, I think that Ruiz, I think, would be the guy that knocked out Anthony Joshua. I think he would be probably, to me, one of the more interesting fights against Tyson Fury. I think he's got a chin. I think he's got a thick neck. I think he could take a punch, and I think that would help give Tyson Fury a different kind of look. These guys that try to outbox him don't work. Like Ruiz has really good like phone booth boxing, like really tight close up. He has a lot of power, tight in the pocket. And I think that would be interesting if he was able to close that distance against Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury likes to kind of weigh on people and stuff like that. And so for that reason, I think that Tyson Fury would choose to fight possibly a little bit closer. That may give Ruiz that opportunity to really land one of those bombs like he did to Anthony Joshua.
And when you're that big,
like at any moment, anybody can go to sleep. Like just like Tyson Fury, he knocked down Deontay Wilder in round 3 one time, and then Deontay Wilder came back in round 4 and put him down twice.
How crazy is that boxing, because Ro was comparing the two, right?
Yeah.
When you think about like mixed martial arts and boxing, in mixed martial arts, once you're down, well, I guess they can't hit you on the floor, which is probably why, but the whole standing 8 count, like you could get knocked out clean. And if you could stand up and kind of walk forward, and like
in boxing,
they let you keep fighting.
Yeah, they don't let it go on as much as they used to, because
that kid recently, that kid that got hit behind the head. Mm-hmm. Did you see? You know what I'm talking about? I wish I knew his name, but
he's like paralyzed now.
He's like paralyzed now. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It's fucked up, and it's usually like a punch that you may not even know is the one that caused the damage. It doesn't always look like the punch you think it is. It's a punch that lands awkwardly in a weird spot, like behind the ear or something like that, or it's you never really know, man. It's definitely dangerous, man. Combat sports ain't nothing to play with, man.
Combat sports ain't nothing to play with.
You don't play boxing.
No.
You don't play MMA. Mm-mm. You play basketball, you play football, you don't play boxing. Yeah. You don't play MMA.
That's funny. It's true.
That's not how that goes.
All right.
But yeah, man, Masters of None, October 11th. It's my birthday, man. It's my birthday podcast, man.
Wish Justin a happy birthday again.
Yeah, listen, for my birthday, just leave something down in the comments. Hit that thumbs up for us. Hit that notification bell. Subscribe to the channel. Share it with at least one friend. That's all I ask. Anybody that's in the chat, anybody that had a chance to stop in for a second, share this with one friend. And I'll be a happy man on my birthday.
We would greatly appreciate that for Justin's birthday. That's it, man. I went through everything I wanted to talk about today.
That's it, man. Masters of None, episode 47. This is the 1-year anniversary of the podcast. And damn good episode 47, guys. Thank y'all. Everybody that's in the chat, everybody that stopped by, check it out. If you didn't get to, check us out on Spotify, check us out on Apple Podcast. Link in the bio of our Instagram account. And you can get to the link tree and you can see anything you want to see. And thank you guys so much, man. What do you got?
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Oye, te hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma.